Hi everyone, let's talk about HTTP headers, which is the second part of HTTP. First, we have talked about start line, HTTP start line. Now we will talk about HTTP headers. Okay, so what is inside the headers? I told you that whatever parts of HTTP we will talk about the two sides. One is the request side and one is the response side. So basically, we are talking about the request side right now. So in the request side, what are all the things? What are all the parts HTTP headers contains? First of all, it contains the authorization. What does authorization mean? It means the limited access. It means the limited access. Like just take an example. You want to share something from your Google Drive. Okay, you want to share a particular file so that a person can view it. You don't want to give it the permission to edit it, or you don't want to give the permission to view the file to the everyone. You know, there are all the options to give the permissions. There is a permission of viewer, editor, and a lot of things. So that is something authorization is. So basically in authorization we can give limited access. So we can give visitor access, we can give only we can give edited access, sorry, editor access, right? So these are all the accesses we can give in authorization, so that if a person is only visiting, only viewing it, so it cannot change, it cannot modify my website information. I don't want that. I don't want anyone to just edit my information. I really don't want that. Okay. So how to do this? By using a token. So websites are using token to provide authorization, to provide limited access to the users, to the third party users. Because basically I am the user actually. That user which is looking into my drive link which I'm sending, that is third party user. So those tokens are for the third party user, so that there is some kind of authorization. Next is cache control. What is cache? Cache is basically that data which is present inside your browser only, so that when you are requesting particular data from a server, let's assume you want to search for a video on YouTube, right? And you search it a lot, so you don't want to just put a lot of time searching it and getting it. So what YouTube will do, it will store that video inside your browser in the form of cache, so that you can access it really fast, and you don't need to go to the server again and again and request for the video. It's present in your own browser, so it is easy to access. So that is cache control, right? Now what is content type? Now if you're reading something, if you are requesting something from a website, the content can be of any type. Like it could be of type JSON, right? A JSON type. It could be a type of JavaScript. So that is what content type is. It could be anything, right? Now date is what? Date is when you are requesting. That particular date comes inside the date. The, the date on which you are requesting. For me, it is 13th of August. Like what I'm requesting. I'm not requesting anything right now, but if I'm requesting today, so the date will be 13th of August for me. Now, what is a host? Host is that particular website, that particular domain from where I'm requesting something. If I'm requesting something from youtube.com, so the host is YouTube. So the host is YouTube. If I'm requesting something from google.com, the host is google.com. So now you remember one thing. When I was writing the URL of a website, it contains something like this: www.google.com and something something something. So this thing, google.com, comes under HTTP headers. Okay, so this google.com comes under the HTTP headers, and we know the parameters and those methods, all of these things come inside start line, right? So this host, the google.com host, comes under the HTTP headers. And in the request side, because we are requesting, then only I'm writing this in the URL. When I'm requesting something, then only I'm writing this in the URL. That's what I was saying. Now, these are the 5 parts. There are a lot of headers, but these are the common one which I wanted to share with you. You can study about more HTTP headers by yourself because that would be a lot big video. I don't want to make a big video. So now you can go through the docs and things. Okay, let's see the response side. So the response side contains cache control. Okay, remember I am talking about the response side of HTTP headers only, right? I'm talking about HTTP headers. And in headers, I'm talking about response side. Okay, cache control. What does cache control contain in the response side? Because in the request side, it was containing what? It was containing the token, right? Now in the response side, it will contain the age of the cache, maximum age of the cache, and the maximum age is 3600 seconds. This is the maximum time up to which a cache is present in your browser. Okay, so the response side contains the maximum age of the cache. Now what is expired? Now let's assume some kind of information doesn't have a cache. Now some website is not providing any cache to you. So what happens is, in that case, expires is that time which we will consider to put a cache inside our browser. If there is no maximum age of cache, so what do you think? Will it be forever in our browser? No. There is some expiry limit which is expired, which is inside the expires. So there is a time inside expires which we will consider if there is no maximum age given. Okay. Now, what is set cookie? Set cookie. You know what is a cookie? Cookie is basically a very small document, we can say, in which your username, password, and these kind of small things are present, which you need to log into a website, or sometimes you are filling a form and it just fills up by itself. Like you fill a particular detail like your name, and it gets filled up by itself after your name. Now what is that? Because your information is stored inside a cookie. Now, where is your information stored? Like, where is that cookie stored? That cookie is stored inside your own computer, inside your own laptop or PC, right? So, that particular cookie document is stored inside your own computer. Okay. Now, cookie has a lot of benefits. You don't need to type anything. The form is getting filled automatically. You don't need to log into websites. You just go to the website and you are already logged in. So that makes the task easy. But sometimes the cookies are used for stealing your data, the ghost cookies. So you cannot always trust on cookies just to make your work so easy. You cannot trust on that always. Okay. So make sure if you're going to some website, don't just accept all the cookies present on that website. If there is no option to deny for the cookies, just try to personalize your cookies, because you don't want every cookie to be on in your computer. The cookies which are of your use, you can choose that. Because some websites have that choice, but if you don't have choice, either don't go to that website, choose another website, or just try to like avoid accepting cookies. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say. So it contains set cookies. So what is set cookies? So the websites are providing some cookies for you, like a document which will be present inside your computer. So that is set cookie. Now what is server? Like what is server? Server, uh, it just contains the name of the server. Like we are using Apache. So that will be present in the response side of HTTP headers. Okay. So I think we are done, right? We are done with the HTTP headers, and we will meet with the HTTP body in the next class. Okay, let's do this and bye bye.